a little Benghazi chubby again. Isn't that cute?
He does.
Isn't that cute?
It is disturbing and perhaps criminal that these documents, that documents like these were hidden by the Obama administration from Congress and the public alike.
Perhaps, or criminal-ish, like many of the other investigations I've started and have gone nowhere. It seems...
Perhaps it could be under certain circumstances in a kind of way.
Right.
If, blah, blah, blah.
Right, just like the Bush administration would actually, like, there wouldn't be actual terror threats, but they'd be threat-ish type situations that would involve having to...
Terror-ish, threat-ish.
Right.
Kind of situation.
Yeah, like a presidential daily briefing on August 6, 2001, telling you exactly what was going to happen, and you go on a month-long vacation.
Yeah.
You're welcome, America.
I'm glad someone decided the decider was going to do nothing about that.
Here he is, noted Southern belle, Lindsey Graham.
This is the closest thing to a smoking gun I've seen. This was an email trying to shape the story away from what would have been a damaging admission of failure of foreign policy 7 weeks before an election. That's why it's important.
They got the information direct from our intelligence sources.
Yeah, I love
it. wasn't shaping anything. It was what they knew at the time.
4,000 soldiers dead in Iraq, and these guys aren't mad about the WMD lie. These guys will exploit any kind of tragedy, any kind of American death. The carnage and slaughter of Americans are money to these guys, and that's all it is. They are the worst kind of anti-American scum out there, and their taste in music sucks, and they wear bad suits.
John Fugelsang, well, I mean, the thing that strikes me, though, is you can tell that Lindsey Graham is obviously getting teabagged, because you go, this is a United States senator that's calling people in the White House scumbags and liars.
Yeah, well, Lindsey Graham, keep in mind, is one of the few, one of the only prosecutors of the Clinton impeachment who's still in Congress, and, you know, his credibility speaks for itself. He is so despised by the Tea Party, and he is so despised by the Republicans because they believe certain unproven things about his sexuality that he is going to wallow in the Benghazi muck as much as he can and pander to the worst elements of his party to save his own skin.
I don't know what you're saying. I think the Clinton thing, clearly he's outraged at BJ's. I think he clearly...
Right.
His distaste for that was clear. He's horrified.
I would have been disgusted with Lindsey Graham by heterosexual oral sex in the White House as well.
He had to hear about the BJ's over and over again just to reinforce how horrified he was.
I'm so horrified about Benghazi. Oh, did I say men? Oops.
All right, 16 minutes after the hour.
I still have no idea what you're implying.
I don't know either. It's so subtle. What are we saying exactly? All right, 16 minutes after the hour, Fridays with Fugelsang continues. This hour of the Stephanie Miller Show brought to you by Proflowers. Why?
Why?
Mom's Day coming up. Don't screw it up. Don't screw it up, John. Do it.
I won't.
You better get these to Asheville in time, my friend. Okay. Fill her special day with 12 assorted colored roses with a free glass vase from Proflowers. It's upstairs right now. You can go see how beautiful it is.
Really? You should take a picture and tweet it.
Okay. Listen, I'm in the middle of talking about this. I can't multitask. Anyway, with a free glass vase from Proflowers.com for just $19.99. If Mom has a green thumb, upgrade to the pink potted rose or yellow potted rose plant for just $9.99 more. Use my code Stephanie. You get this special Mother's Day deal. Order now while supplies last. Proflowers guarantee to last a full week or your money back. They are freshly picked bouquets, perfect for Mother's Day. Ordering is easy. Pick up your delivery date. It's guaranteed. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Here's the only way to get this amazing Mother's Day special. Go to Proflowers.com, click on the blue microphone in the top right-hand corner, type in Stephanie. Proflowers.com, blue mic in the top right-hand corner, type in Stephanie. This deal expires Friday at midnight. Make sure you order today. 17 minutes after the hour, we roll along. Fridays with Fugelsang on the Stephanie Miller Show. Yeah. Dean Obadala coming up at the top of the hour, and Bob Shrum in hour number 3.
Yeah.
Political consultant. 1-800 and pundit. Okay.
And columnist for the Daily Beast.
There you go. 1-800-STEP-12, the phone number. Toll free from anywhere. Fridays with sexy liberal John Fugelsang, who ripped it up at the Chicago Theater. Very, very exciting this past Saturday night, along with extra mookage here. Yes, indeed.
It was great to see Jim and Chris on stage.
Some beautiful pictures of John Fugelsang up at Sexy Liberal Facebook, sexyliberal.com, and also Stephanie Miller Show Facebook. Do it. Go look at them. Try not to look. It's like looking into an eclipse, so don't stare too long at John Fugelsang. It's too much. Let's see. Jennifer in Tyler, Texas, John, says, Mom and the Mooks, after you bring Sexy Liberal tour to Texas to celebrate Wendy Davis becoming our next governor, you should go to Beaver, Utah and visit Beaver Taco. She sent me a nice...
Oh, my.
Yeah, there's
Nice beaver. Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
Right, it's a sign. It says Beaver Taco, eat fresh.
Wow, over at Euphemism Junction.
Wow.
Oh, I hope there is such a thing as a Governor Wendy Davis, don't you, John?
I do. I'd love to see it happen.
I was watching, I don't know if you've seen All About Ann, the HBO documentary about Ann Richards. It is amazing, and it just makes you go, oh, God. You know, if it weren't for...
Well, I miss her, and, you know, Texas has produced lots of really strong, dynamic, progressive women over the years, and I'd love to see Wendy Davis be a part of it. And I'm hoping that she's strong enough to handle all the garbage they're going to throw at her.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, you look at when you watch this documentary, you look at what Karl Rove did and George W. did to Ann Richards, and you're like, oh, if only, you know, she had won and gone on to be president instead of the...
Yeah, that really ruins my opinion of Karl Rove and George W. Bush.
I know. I'm sorry. I know you have to go back some, don't you, to think of things that would make you...
Look, I'm not myself this week in general, Steph. I got to be honest. Donald Sterling has made me ashamed to be a racist billionaire, and just really, really awkward.
Yeah, we have had not a chance to talk about that. Did
you see the news that broke last night?
No, what's that?
He's been battling prostate cancer for quite some time now. So.
Oh my God, is the tumor okay?
And Leon Jenkins, the president of the LA chapter of the NAACP, has resigned.
Oh, okay.
Because of the award they were going to give him.
You know, I pointed this out on the Katie Couric show. It's airing today that George W. Bush's Department of Justice were the ones who brought charges up against Donald Sterling for racism and housing discrimination in the Koreatown apartments he owned, and he had to pay a fine of almost $3 million. It was the biggest fine ever paid for housing discrimination. So even the Bush administration thought this guy was too racist.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, that's the thing, John. When you read the details of that, it's fairly horrifying. And there was a piece in the Daily Beast about his wife, Rochelle. And you know, they write, if Mrs. Sterling has any intention of attending more playoff games, much less holding out of the team, she needs to explain her role in her husband's effort to push out minority tenants. So, you know, I obviously think they need a clean slate, but. This is what I had heard, you know, even before this latest piece. But as you know, as had been widely reported, Donald Sterling's former property supervisor testified in that housing suit when someone remarked on the odor at a newly acquired building. Sterling said, "Oh, it's because of all the blacks in the building. They smell. They're not clean. It's because of all the Mexicans that just sit around and smoke and drink all day." What had not been widely reported is her testimony regarding Rochelle Sterling's unusual role in managing the properties. She declares that when she worked for Sterling, she often accompanied Rochelle Sterling on apartment inspections. Rochelle Sterling would regularly pose as a government official in order to gain access to tenants' apartments. And during the inspection, Sterling directed her to record, among other things, tenants' ethnicity. The judge noted the plaintiff's contention that the true purpose of the bogus official inspections Rochelle Sterling conducted was to harass and intimidate African-American and Latino tenants. And the evidence in the discrimination suit included a video filmed by a black tenant that shows her posing as a health inspector. Yikes. It's just like a
Bottom line is, it's going to have to be a clean break, Steph, because Donald Sterling has driven away more sponsors than Lindsay Lohan did at Betty Ford. You know, it seems strange that a guy could hate black folks this much and own an NBA team, but in fairness, he's older, his eyesight's poor. He thought it was hockey, apparently.
You know,
I love the tape. And I love the girlfriend or the property or whatever she was that made the tape. I think it's great when evil billionaires wind up with the right evil arm candy. It's romantic. But I just wish he could have ended that tape by telling her, don't bring any Redskins to my game either, because then we could keep this thing moving forward. If we could take all the outrage over the Donald Sterling tape and direct it towards, you know, our racist drug war, our racist sentencing, our racial income inequality gaps, we might actually see some real social change here. And I'd love to see it happen. But I think what they should do is let his girlfriend date whoever she wants, make him watch, put it on pay-per-view, and balance the budget.
Oh, didn't you hear yesterday she said that she is going to become president of the United States?
Yes, at her Daft Punk helmet, I heard her say
yes. Yes, so that she can, you know, cure racial inequality once and for all in America.
It's a beautiful thing.
But by the way, you know, Chris, what you just said kind of, you know, adds new meaning to this whole. He's what, 81, and he apparently has prostate cancer. Yeah. But you know, John, the news yesterday is he's going to fight this. He's going to try to keep this in court forever. You're like, really? This is what you're going to do with your last moments on Earth?
Well, you know, and that's his right, and he's allowed to do it. And again, I agree with Kareem. You know, think about how angry we get at the NSA, and just look at how there's no privacy left at all in this country. I mean, if you listen to the tape, I'm sorry, that woman, Ms. Diviano, really was baiting this doddering old bigot and trying to get him to say the most offensive things while she plays her Gandhi act. You know, it's very